Hello, my name is Brady Noski.
And I'm Awesome Ross, and you're listening to The Inner Gamer Rod.
Today we're going to talk about Twitch banning Dr. Disrespect for what we don't really know why. He doesn't know either, but he is supposedly permanently banned. So much so that they refunded all of his subscription people on Twitch. And we don't know what the future looks like for Dr. Disrespect. It's a little bit bleak right now. It's kind of weird. Some sponsors are being pulled out, all that stuff. We're going to talk all about it right here. So stay tuned and let us know what you think in the comments.
And as always, if you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, and bang that bell.
We'll get through this, okay? And,
Hey, Christopher.
Dun dun dun, you better not taunt me. How dare you.
fuck.
You get to try it.
Twitch just banned popular streamer Dr. Disrespect last week, supposedly with a permanent ban completely, with little to no, no reasoning as to why. It's just that a vague response that said he violated terms of service and therefore he is now permanently banned. And Dr. Disrespect came out yesterday, actually, which is, we're recording this on a Sunday, so it came out on Saturday, and he didn't know either. Like, he hasn't been informed yet, but this hit him as a big surprise, and he's been permanently banned. And that is very weird and odd. And this comes soon after, around the same time as another article that I found that sounds like Twitch is doing a lot of banning on people for sexual misconduct. So that's been a big part of it, which I don't have anything against that necessarily, but I am concerned about is that they are banning people for sexual misconduct because they were accused of sexual misconduct, not that they were told. I mean, they were proven to have done that, but just for an accusation of such, they are getting banned. And that's a scary line to cross.
Yep.
In that, okay, so somebody comes out and says so-and-so sexually assaulted me because of they don't like that person, which very well could happen. I don't care what anybody says out there. This shit happens. People do falsely accuse people of doing bad things because they don't like them or whatever, which they also are. There's a lot of people out there that are, accused rightfully and should be accused. But then there's others that falsely accuse them, and then you could ruin somebody's career because of this. And who is that person the other day that, the guy that worked on Night in the Woods, I believe. I think what was it? It was a streamer or something. I think it was him. Something came out about somebody who said that they, were sexually misconduct or whatever happened, and that person committed suicide 2 or 3 days later.
Yeah, I think
because they knew it was going to kill their career. So it's like, and who knows? Like, maybe that person didn't do it. Maybe they did do it.
I don't think we've ever found out.
Yeah. So it's scary to see this stuff happening, and I don't think it's related with Dr. Disrespect. It sounds like, somebody thought maybe it was related to DMCA takedowns, but it wasn't DMCA. But ultimately they say it's a terms of service deal. Then right after this happened, as sponsors would, started pulling sponsorships from pulling him off their website and doing all this and doing all that. So he went from having this huge, being one of the most popular streamers to who knows if he's going to have a career in 6 months,
Yeah, that's true.
And so they pulled this under this rug from underneath him. And this is what his life was based around, was streaming on Twitch. And granted, he's crass. I mean, can be very inappropriate and say a lot of things that definitely push the bounds. And I'm sure for them, being the way that they are at Twitch, they're very much on the side of being super, super hyper PC with everything. And he's not, so maybe there's something around that as well. But he's banned, and it was watching his last stream he did was really weird because it seemed like he found out during the stream, and his emotional tone and just watching his cues, visual cues, was really, really wild to see, because you could tell something hit him really hard and he was struggling to handle whatever it was he got. So I don't know if somebody told him hey, I found this out about you, so I'm going to report you and you're going to get screwed for this or whatever. But the last words he said were we're going to get through this community, what's his club called, the Champions Club or whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, we're going to get through this.
I think he got banned from Discord too, so he can't even like talk to his people.
That might have happened. Yeah, I think you're right. But yeah, he was like, life is fucked right now, but we're going to get through this. And he was almost like just shy of crying.
Yeah.
And then he just like cut off the stream and that was it.
Yeah.
And so whatever happened seems like it was a big deal. So I don't know what it was. I mean, he's been he's obviously has a persona. He does a lot of things that are pretty wild and crazy, but this seems pretty real, pretty intense, and clearly he's banned.
Yeah. I mean, he's been banned before, but only for, X amount of time.
Yeah. And they refunded all of his subscribers. So
Oh my gosh.
people, when they heard that sounds like it's not just a ban. It's like he's done, because if they're refunding everybody, like they're not bringing him back.
Yeah. It's one of their top streamers. Like, that's a lot of money.
That's what's crazy to me too, because I mean, Twitch exists because of people like him, and to mistreat. I mean, I don't know if it's mistreatment. Maybe he did do something really bad. We don't really know, but it makes you wonder, like what is happening, what went down. And I hope we find out, because it's I don't want to take a side or anything right now, because we don't know.
Right.
But I'm really curious to find out what the deal is.
He might be done in gaming if you think about it. First, Twitch bans them, Discord bans them, and no one else, say nothing comes out, no one else knows why, but apparently he did something pretty bad, so people might start distancing himself. This video, or this picture here on Polygon, the article we're looking at, it's him doing esports broadcasting stuff. Like, his whole career is now in gaming, and this could potentially destroy everything. Like, think about it. There are people right now who have gone like 5-10 years, maybe, I don't know, doing streaming, casting, all this stuff. They haven't been in the workforce for a long time, and you're about to literally destroy someone's career, like potentially the whole thing. Like, what do they do now? Where do they go? They could be homeless. I don't know. Hopefully they have money saved up long enough for them to figure out something. But it's just tough, man. I remember five years ago, everyone's like, "Oh my god, like this is amazing. This whole utopia for gamers is just the sky's the limit." And I think we've hit our limit. That or we brought the limit to us, and now we're drowning in our glory. I mean, it's just a sad thing to think about. And I don't know, it's just kind of like, yeah, people might be accused of sexually harassing someone, but I don't know. I guess in an ideal world, like, what's wrong with letting them stream? They haven't like engaged with anyone like on the stream in a negative way. If they've done something bad, won't people see that? If the evidence comes out, be like, oh man, this guy's a horrible person. Look at what he did. Like, clear as day. I don't want to support that person. Maybe I'm too soft.
The future is weird, but I feel like there's now a need for a platform to exist. I was talking to some people about this yesterday, but I feel like there's a need for a platform to exist that doesn't allow you to be tied to a system, like give you the tools to kind of brand yourself as a personality and stream yourself and do all that stuff without being tied to a Twitch or a YouTube or whatever for your livelihood.
Right.
But I don't know what that looks like yet. But I'm curious to know if that's something worth pursuing and developing, because there's platforms for that, for like for artists. I mean, yeah, a lot of artists like sell their music through Apple Music or Spotify or what have you. But there's like Bands in Town is a platform that you can purchase, which gives you tools to enable yourself to build a website, to promote yourself and all that. But then again, there is a lot of stuff that's tied to the service itself, which is, I guess.
Well, usually it's like go fund me on Patreon, but then even they are like doing stuff like Twitch is doing, and it's just like,
well, that's the thing. You're still tied to a platform at that
still
point.
Tied to a platform, yeah.
That's the crazy part.